good God, it finally happened. A good, decent Power Rangers Ninja Steel episode. It took them all season, the last episode, this was episode 21, it took them all season to actually get to something worthwhile watching. Um, this was episode 21, Galvinax Rise. For some reason, some people are counting the Halloween episode, some people aren't counting the Halloween episode, because some people are saying, "Oh, this was episode 20," and some people are saying it's episode 21. But it's episode 21 because it could be just because it is. But regardless of any of that, this was the last episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel before this coming January, where they'll unveil Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. So obviously, I've said before that we're gonna see that. Saban just makes everything super. No pun intended. This episode, again, actually opens with something that's worth watching. It's actually got a lot of action in it. The last episode, episode 20, Helping Hand, leaves off where Victor and Monty, the ass clowns, created a magnet that's supposed to attract any known metal in the universe. Well, for some reason, it only attracts Ninja Steel. That makes no damn sense. But anyhow, obviously, Galvinax gets a hold of the magnet and uses it to steal all of their power stars. And in this episode, he actually succeeds in stealing 5 of the Rangers' transformation power stars, except the Red Ranger. Obviously, he gets away thanks to Mick, who comes to save him. All five of the Rangers get their power stars stolen, and they're captured and kidnapped by the Kudobots and Galvinax's goons, taken back to the ship. Like I said, I mentioned Mick and Brody the Red Ranger. They end up escaping, but not for very long. Literally, like 2 minutes later, Galvinax and his goons track him down to get his power star as well. Brody, thankfully, in the previous scene, was able to use his blaster to destroy the magnet that attracts Ninja Steel. So, at least the one that Galvinax had. So there's that. Meanwhile, Victor and Monty are on Galvinax's ship, making another magnet, a mega magnet, to basically defeat Galvinax or steal all the ninja stars for the power stars for themselves. What's her name? Odious, which is a weird name. The female Konoichi character, monster, whatever have you. But anyway, the episode actually started with them, like I said, with a morphing sequence, and the Rangers were fighting and everything. And that's how it should be. Not 15 minutes of talk and exposition, and then just like a couple of minutes of a fight at the end. That gets old. But there was plenty of action in this one. But getting back to Galvinax, Mick, and Brody, for some reason, Galvinax was using the other 5 Rangers as bait and leverage to get Brody to give up his Red Ranger power star. Well, obviously he didn't do that. Funny thing is Brody somehow came to the conclusion that the only way to keep the power star from Galvinax was to destroy it. No hesitation, didn't even think about it for a second. He just takes his father's samurai sword from Nick, throws his power star up in the air, and destroys it, breaks it into 3 different pieces. And obviously it seems like Mick and Brody were destroyed by destroying the power star, but that wasn't the case. The Ninja Nexus star actually comes and absorbs the 3 shards of the Red Ranger power star, and each shard regenerates into its own Red Ranger power star. Weird. And then all of a sudden, Brody and Mick come out of the power star as Red Rangers. We knew Brody was the Red Ranger, but now Mick is the Red Ranger, and he's wearing the Red Ranger suit with a white sash. But that leaves 1 power star left in the Nexus. Who was it? It was Brody and Levi's father the whole time, and of course Galvinax says, "I thought I destroyed you." Well, you didn't. Now he's still the Red Ranger. Now there's 3 Red Rangers. Brody and Levi's father is the Red Ranger. He has a gold sash, obviously, to be able to tell the difference between the 3 of them. So now there's 3 Red Rangers, along with the rest of the Power Rangers. The rest of the Rangers, they get their power stars back. because Galvinax throws his belt up, which had the Power Stars attached to it after the explosion from destroying the Red Ranger's Power Star. They pick those back up, they morph, and they actually fight Galvinax. Not before, and they destroy Galvinax in this episode, believe it or not. But not before Galvinax decides to melt down the Power Stars that he had stolen and drink it. I know he's a monster from a different galaxy, but any creature who drinks metal, liquid metal, would die instantly, pretty much. But obviously, Madame Odious from the ship uses Victor and Monty's Mega Magnet to try to steal the Power Stars from the Rangers, but in the process ends up drawing the metal out of Galvinax's body, which allows the Power Rangers to get together a special attack, and they destroy Galvinax even as he's in his giant form. They destroy him as Rangers without their Zords. They could have done that all along. It would have been a lot easier for some of these other monsters instead of using the Zords. But again, they don't discover powers until obviously last minute when they need them, and then they don't explain how they got the power. So it's whatever. Galvinax is destroyed. The Mega Magnet actually attracted the asteroid in space that contained Ninja Steel, and by accident they attracted the asteroid to them, to the ship, the Warrior Dome, and it hits them and knocks them out of orbit back into space, seemingly destroying them. But obviously they're not destroyed. The end of the episode is basically shows the villains in space, the remaining villains in space, and they're not destroyed. She's obviously, now Galvinax is gone, Madame Odious is going to be the main villain. They're going to come back because for some reason the Power Ninja Nexus Star is like now damaged. The rest of the Rangers' Power Stars are basically, they turn to dust because Mick claims that, oh well, without the Power Ninja Nexus Star, the Ninja Steel can't exist without the Nexus Star. So it seems like they've lost their powers and they're going to go back to their normal lives. The episode ends with a little campfire, obviously, with Brody, Levi, their father, and the rest of the Rangers. They're singing. Mick ends up going home to the Lion Galaxy to be with his parents, but obviously we're going to see him again because there's a whole another season of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, or Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, starting in January. But again, this was actually a pretty good action-packed episode. It's sad that it took 20 other episodes to get to this point where it actually starts getting decent. Hopefully Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel starts off with a bang and continues with that motivation and drive to actually want to be something better than what we've seen already. I was supposed to mention a fart joke, by the way. Victor and Monty ended up farting in the Warrior Dome with Cosmo and the rest of the alien audience to get away. They used Monty's farts as a smokescreen. Stop with the fart jokes already, Saban. It's not funny. It's childish. It's stupid. Unwarranted. Just no. Just no. Until next time, guys. I'm Paul, the Swordsman. This is Rangers Ready Go. This will be the last episode review for Power Rangers Ninja Steel for a good couple of months. But I'm glad I get a break. I'm sure some people out there are glad they get a break. Hopefully it comes back with Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. It comes back strong and gives us something to actually talk about instead of just complain about. So until next time, guys, I'm the Swordsman. I just said this. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. You know the deal. Rangers Ready